As a journalist today, it's more critical than ever to cover real stories as they happen and show their impact on the world. Yet you face an impossible task: to produce more stories faster while maintaining quality. The process of producing these stories is often fragmented. You need to research, capture notes, interview, and write stories with tools that often work against you rather than for you. This is because research lives everywhere. It's scattered across documents, chats, email, and bookmarks. Tools make it difficult to connect interview notes to stories. Finding specific information can waste precious time, and story development can feel fragmented without a way to see the big picture. This means you spend more time searching for information than actually writing. That changes today. We know there is a better way to end the busy work for journalists so they can focus on their craft, sharing stories. Today I'm going to show you how you can use Notion to consolidate information for your stories. With Notion's flexible workspace and connection to other systems, it becomes your second brain. In this demonstration, we're going to research our story, conduct an interview, summarize that research, pick an angle, publish our story, and then track a couple of other stories we have to publish. Today we're working on a story about the rise of agentic AI in Singapore. Let's start by researching to gather the necessary background and sources. Traditionally, the process of capturing research can be painful. You're opening dozens of browser tabs, copying URLs, with no way to easily see which sources you've already used. But with Notion, research is completely transformed. Found a relevant source while browsing? Save it for later processing with one click using the Notion web clipper. By clicking Save, the entire article content is saved as a new page in Notion. It also populates your research database with the article name, source URL, and publication date. This means no copy pasting, no lost links, and no manual data entry. You can then associate the article to the story you're working on, whether it's for one or multiple, meaning every piece of research is instantly searchable and connected to your story. What about capturing random thoughts, information you need to verify, or the name of a contact? Capture this information instantly as an ad hoc note in the same database as the rest of your research. The power here is that everything is in one place. Your interviews, your notes, your articles, they're just tagged differently. Firstly, we can see all of our research at a glance, connected to the stories they support. But if you want to just see all of your interviews, you can toggle to that view. Or maybe you want to see all of your research for one particular story. By having everything together in Notion, you're able to collect all of your research in its many different forms without critical details or important reminders getting lost. Now let's say I remember that there have been some important discussions about agentic AI in Singapore lately. I vaguely remember some of my colleagues posting in a chat or email over the last couple of weeks, but I have no idea where to find it. Typically, I would have to search across each of these platforms manually and hope I come across the information I was thinking of. But with Notion AI, I can simply ask it to give me a summary of all of the chatter around agentic AI across multiple sources. Notion AI is able to search across my chats, emails, and calendar invites to find all of the information I was referencing in under a minute. Not only does it give me the answers I was looking for, but it also gives me the links so I can investigate further. Notion connects seamlessly with your favorite apps, including Slack, Gmail, Google, Calendar, Google Drive, Teams, and SharePoint, just to name a few. This means that all of your information lives in one connected ecosystem, and you can search across everything in seconds. No more jumping between platforms or trying to remember where you saved that crucial piece of information. What about if you want to save even more time on research? Notion AI's research mode will search across hundreds of sources across the web and your connected platforms to provide you with a detailed, structured report on your desired topic. Simply ask it to research agentic AI trends in Singapore, and it will compile sources, extract key points, and provide a comprehensive overview with citations ready for you to review in no time. And here's the best part: that research report, it can be saved as its very own Notion page. You can save it in your research database, right alongside your manually clipped articles and interview notes. No copy pasting, no reformatting, no extra steps. Everything lives together in one searchable, connected system. Now that we've completed our research on agentic AI in Singapore, let's look at what's next. The next thing on my to-do list is to conduct an interview with Polly, the head of AI at a fast-paced tech company. As a journalist, interviews are the heart of your craft, and it's essential to capture these in their entirety. With Notion's AI meeting notes, hit transcribe on any page and every interview is automatically captured. Whether you're conducting interviews in person, on your phone, or virtually via Zoom, the meeting will be recorded by your device's microphone. Once the meeting's completed, you'll be able to see the entire transcript and an intelligent summary. The benefit of the interview being recorded inside Notion is that it becomes part of your knowledge base, all connected back to that original story. Let's look at an interview I had earlier in the week to see this in action. We can see here it has summarized the entire conversation with key highlights extracted, action items identified, and the most important quotes surfaced automatically, all without me having to lift a finger during the conversation. You can quickly scan for the quotes you need or search for specific topics within the conversation. But more importantly, this means you can focus on asking the right questions and building rapport with your sources, knowing that nothing will be lost or forgotten. So now you've done all of your research, gathered dozens of sources, articles, interviews, notes. How do you make sense of it all? This process would typically take hours, summarizing each piece of research and pulling out important quotes, but not with Notion AI. All I have to do is ask it to analyze all of my research. With one prompt, it summarizes each piece of research or interview, pulls out key quotes I might want to use in the story, and tags each page based on the content. This means I can now see all of my research at a glance, giving me the opportunity to step back and see the bigger picture. Now that I've gathered all of my research, conducted my interview, and summarized everything, it's time to start landing on the strongest angle. The crucial advantage to using Notion is that everything for this story lives in one connected workspace. Let's look at everything I have for my story on agentic AI. I can see all of my research, interviews, and notes, all in the place that I actually write the story. Not only is it helpful for me to have all of this context, but it's also helpful for Notion AI. Notion already knows your research, understands your interviews, and can reference any source instantly. It's like having an AI assistant that's actually read everything you've gathered. Let's say I want my assistant to show me 3 interesting angles I may not have thought of. Because Notion AI has read all the interviews, articles, and notes, it's able to come up with some really creative suggestions to get me started. Because we were able to gather our research seamlessly, analyze my sources, and come up with multiple angles, I can now do the stuff I love, writing. What about everything else that needs to get done before a story is published? Notion isn't just for solo work. Your entire newsroom can collaborate in real time. Photographers or design teams can add visuals for the story. Editors can review, comment, and make changes. Even external teams can access stories with guest permissions. All users have complete control over what information gets shared, so everyone can collaborate seamlessly. And when your article's ready, publish to your website or directly to the web from Notion. Now that we've picked an angle, written our story, and published it, it's time to have a look at the other stories in our content pipeline. Today we ran through how one story might progress through research all the way through to publication, but we know journalists don't have the luxury to work only on one story at a time. By tracking your stories in Notion, you can have complete visibility across your content pipeline. See at a glance what's in ideation, what's being researched, what's under review, what's published, filter by status to focus on what needs attention, or switch to the calendar view to see everything by publish date, perfect for planning your editorial calendar and ensuring you never miss a deadline. Think about what this means for your work. No more switching between 10 different tools. Instead, you have a system, a connected workspace where research flows into writing, where past work informs future stories, where AI amplifies your capabilities without replacing your judgment. With Notion custom agents, you'll be able to automate the repetitive admin-heavy tasks even further, giving you more time to write. Spend less time managing chaos and more time doing what matters, telling stories that change the world.